Hi, you must be here because the patriarchy has been hijacking your intuition since birth. Continue watching if that sounds relatable to you. I had a hard time getting this video started, but I hope that my train of thought is ready to just roll. You know, I don't plan these videos too much in advance. I kind of think about the concept, think about it in my mind, and like to riff. Sometimes that works really easily, and other times I struggle. And today is a little bit of a struggle day, but you know what? I look good, and that is what's gonna pull me through, because you know what? A look like this cannot be unseen to the eye of the public. But okay, I ended up writing down some notes just so that I could keep my train of thought a little bit more steady instead of going all over the place. But you know, when it's off the dome, you can't always control that. So let's just talk about the patriarchy hijacking intuition. And like that thought, like that concept just hit me yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, just think about patriarchy hijacking intuition, and maybe think about like what that could mean for you, or if that even means anything. Maybe you don't feel that way. Some people become enlightened to their purpose really early in life, and I think that is like one of the most beautiful things. And some people will never come awakened to their purpose in life until it's midway through or whatever. Like, we all come to that conclusion or are continuing to pursue that in life. You know, we are going through so much involvement in life that if you want to, you have the ability to continue being open-minded to the possibilities for yourself. But you know, I finally hit a point in my life in my early 20s when I realized that I really only wanted to live for me and like to always make myself happy. But that still has had to grow within itself, because within that I have still tolerated things that I truly didn't accept, and I was denying myself, denying my intuition. And then I would finally get to a breaking point and go, whoa, 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 remember your value. So with that being said, I want to talk about how the patriarchy literally conditions us to ignore our intuition from birth, especially as women and queer people and people of color, all minorities. But also we have to acknowledge that the patriarchy also hijacks the intuition of men, because Lord knows, okay, I'm a queer woman, so I don't really give a shit about dealing with men romantically. But as far as a straight woman, I know that there's the male loneliness epidemic, and I know there's a lot of women who just want to meet a good man, and they keep finding good men who turn out not to be good, whatever. And men just constantly have annoying shortcomings that are just like super disappointing, and we're like, damn, I wish that, you know, they would figure these things out by now, and they still don't. So we have to acknowledge that the patriarchy is hijacking the intuitions of men as well, because the only reason they're making us this miserable is because the patriarchy is making them that miserable as well. So I'm just gonna give them a little bit of slack in that regard, but I'm not gonna be focusing on them too much, because again, we're talking about the queers, the women, the people of color here, because we are the ones that are affected the most, especially right now. So as girls, because that was my first experience as an oppressed person in America, I grew up being a girl because I didn't realize I was gay until I was in fucking high school. So I experienced life as a girl up until the age of like 17, and then I realized, oh, maybe I'm lesbian. Anywho, if it is not a relationship that sparks an oppressed relationship between a man and a woman, it often is our fathers. Give it up for the fathers of America. They often love to start their daughter's journey off with men in a really profound way. Let's just leave it at that. And that was my experience. I had an interesting relationship with my father that, you know, is uncomfortable, to say the least, okay? And I think a lot of girls grow up uncomfortable because of a man in their life, okay? We are constantly, we literally start at such a young age ignoring our discomfort, okay? Just keep that in mind. If it's not when you're older and you're walking in the streets alone at night and you're feeling uncomfortable because you don't know what the possibilities are for yourself, or if it's just an interaction with a creepy old man at the place that you work trying to call you baby and flirt with you, like, it is just a huge spectrum of discomfort men put us through in our lifetimes, okay? Even when, like, you know what, I don't even want to say anything. Okay, let's just keep moving forward, because, you know, anything that they do to us that's unprovoked is just uncalled for. So I don't need to even. Okay, so we ignore our discomfort for the comfort of men, because we also understand that if we speak up or fight back, that we actually can put ourselves in more danger than we were to begin with if we just zip and try to ignore it, right? And just doing that to ease the pain our oppressor can inflict upon us is ignoring our fight or flight responses, and thus making us more tolerant to microaggressions of abuse in any form. It can just be the way men speak to you, how you're treated in society, and how you're perceived by men and other people, like, that are maybe more authoritarian figures. So if we think about all those things, think about how it trickles into every aspect of our life as women, as minorities in general, queer people, people of color. I'm just trying to be open-minded to everybody's experiences here. But when you start ignoring your intuition at such a young age, when that's literally one of the most primal human, like, tools to have in your fucking toolbox, when you ignore your intuition, you'll start to ignore any other urge you have to partake in things that may just feel good to you. So this is why the patriarchy as a whole, all the systems that run within it, our healthcare system, our school system, our employment systems, our just gender systems, our financial systems, like the prison system, like all the inner workings that we have going on here that are created under a highly patriarchal mindset are just systems that are abusive on many scales, different spectrums, and we as the people who live it every single day have to slowly, little by little, ignore the flashes in our body saying, hey, that doesn't feel good. Hey, I actually don't like doing this. Hey, I don't actually like to partake in this. Like, think about how many things we put our time into as minorities, as people who are oppressed, as people who are victims of the patriarchy. Think about how much of our heart and our brain we don't listen to because it almost feels safer to stay in this system that we've only ever known. And that is why we have such misery in this fucking godforsaken country, because people have been conditioned to ignore themselves, deny themselves, and be obedient to a system that's only harmful more than helpful. I have seen so many things this week where I'm like, oh my God, straight women just want a man who's like genuinely a little bit feminine. Like, can you imagine how many straight men that are posing as a certain kind of person, as this like strong alpha guy, maybe a little bit emotionally unavailable, whatever the fuck he is, and like all these girls are supposed to chase it, and then they get it, maybe they encounter it, maybe they actually just don't want it, whatever the story is. Can you imagine whoever he's trying to portray himself to be, like who he could really be if he even just listened to his intuition, if he ignored the patriarchy, like if he, you know, like that is why I'm like a little bit encouraged of the younger generations coming up, and I see these boys who are a little bit more comfortable with like feminine traits and stuff. And I know that could be, you know, mistaken for like queer baiting, and like, you know, I'm lesbian, so I don't know, but I'm happy to see a dude with some fucking painted nails and like a crop top, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we need more straight men who are genuinely like just want to wear what they want to wear. Like, it's not gonna kill you, Jeremy. It's not gonna kill you to just fucking be a little bit of a girl, because I know that's what you want. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, look at fucking Trump and Rudy Giuliani, that old video of them. Like, Rudy's literally in drag, and like Trump's like playing with his fucking fake tits. So I'm telling you, these straight guys, like, they're feminine. And if they could just embrace it publicly, you know, maybe they wouldn't be so fucking lonely. Maybe women would actually like them. Maybe they wouldn't feel the need to be so fucking abusive, like physically, verbally, emotionally, whatever it is. Like, maybe they would actually be nice people with potential to actually like put out some good energy into this fucking world. Not just like typing at a computer all day and like striving to just get more money, and like have these like really weird, rigid ideals of what success looks like. Like, that's boring. Be different, be interesting. So anyways, ignore that little side tangent, but this is what I'm saying is like it impacts everybody. So because we're ignoring our intuition at such a young age, we don't partake in activities we'd actually like to, the people we'd actually like to surround ourselves with, the romantic relationships we're actually encountering. Like, we'll be dealing with people we don't actually want to be with that much. Like, what the fuck? You know what? Animals in the wild, they just do what they want to do. They just do what they're meant to do, and that's just to live. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And this whole system puts our fucking bodies in fight or flight 24/7 because it benefits only a few people who make money off of our suffering. And the rest of us, even the people who think that they benefit from it, aren't. And women, queer people, people of color, we all know this because we live it every single day. We live in fear every single day because our oppressor is surrounding us every single day. They don't have to feel that uncomfortable. And because they don't feel that uncomfortable, they haven't had to do that much emotional work on themselves to really tap into who they are, who they could be. And they just hit this baseline of an average Joe with nothing to contribute to society, besides saying that he's the breadwinner of his fucking household and taking care of his wife and kids, but he's not even that emotionally around. He's not even that present. So what are you doing? All you're doing is contributing financially. Do you have anything interesting to tell about yourself? Probably not. Probably because you don't know who that person could be. So this is why I'm saying, like, we all need to fuck the patriarchy because we're not happy. We're not happy living like this. We're not happy ignoring our intuition. As soon as I started listening to my intuition, as soon as I started doing and leaning into what my gut is alerting me, literally alerting you. If your body's saying, no, I don't really want to do this. If you're feeling anxious, if you're saying, I don't really trust going into this, or like, listen to that. Anytime I've not listened, it doesn't work out for me. And I'm sure it doesn't for you either. You can keep trying the same behavior over and over and over again, but you're going to get the same result, and it's going to be unhappiness, it's going to be unfulfillment, and frankly, you're not going to be that successful. You are more successful chasing after what you love and what your intuition is guiding you to do, rather than playing a stupid number in this whole system that they've created that is fake. It's bullshit. It's not working. Everyone's miserable and everyone hates each other. So it's time to wake up to your value. It's time for you to realize and start saying, nope, I don't tolerate this anymore. Nope, not for me. Nope, I'm going to spend my time a little bit more wisely. Nope, I actually don't like how you talk to me. Like, it's so simple and it's hard to put in practice because initially you have to start unwiring all of that gut instinct to just people please everybody and the males in your life and the other authority figures in your life. Like, who cares? Who cares what they think? I've had times where I really, really want to do something and people don't trust my ability to actually make it happen, but I show them I am persistent. I'm going to make it happen. I want to make it happen. I'm going to get it. No one is going to tell me anything else. I'm not going to sit in the misery that I see everybody else doing just because they're trying to play it right. They're trying to play it safe. And the safe is making everyone upset. The safe is making everyone depressed. The safe is making everyone stay in abusive cycles that they don't need to be in anymore. Because it's not safe. It's not healthy. It's not fun. Like, don't you just want to have fun? Don't you just want to thrive? Don't you want to enjoy the beauty that this world has to offer? And really ugly people are making it really ugly to live in. Like, why aren't more people more pissed off to want to collaborate to actually get this shit over with? Because I know that you probably have a lot of passion within you, and that maybe you're actually a really creative person that has a lot to offer this world. And you've felt limited and felt like you just can't. Like, you know how people say, well, I just can't do that. No, actually you can. You have free will. And the only reason you think you can't is because someone told you you can't, maybe quite a few times in your life. And that's really not okay. That's abusive. But you can at least look at it and be like, whatever they were trying to push onto me is their own fucking battle. And I don't need to take on their lack of optimism. Be optimistic about the world. Don't believe that you have to settle for this. Like, listen to your intuition. You are right. Like, you're literally right. Whatever that means for you, whatever that is to you, you are right. You are right to pursue that thing. You are right to pursue yourself. You are right to ignore the limitations of the patriarchy. The more we start doing that, each and every single one of us, the more we trickle that inspiration onto one another. And guess what? These really ugly people that are ruining everybody's lives, the fucking men in everybody's lives that's abusive to all the women in his lives, abusive to other minorities he crosses paths with in life, these people will slowly slip away. They will die off. Let them. Unless they want to go do some real fucking therapy. Do some real fucking self-reflection. Because I'm not here to fix those people. I'm here to encourage you to actually stay motivated, to love yourself enough. Like, be lucky enough to find your intuition. Like, there are varying levels of that. Some people don't have any connection to their intuition at all. And they're just like constantly in a state of suffering. That's not fun. Do you want to be sick? Your body will show you signs. You will look sick. You'll be sick. You will feel sick. Your whole life will just be like a rotating cycle of annoying events. You're like, why does shit keep happening to me? It's because you're literally neglecting yourself. But like, when you listen to yourself, when you trust yourself, when you know yourself, you will continue to get closer and closer to knowing yourself the more you listen to your intuition. So just do that and motivate and uplift the people in your life that you love, who you see are struggling with that. motivate them to do the same. We will all heal together collectively when we throw our middle fingers to the fucking patriarchy, because it is not serving anybody. And I want to see more straight men in crop tops, okay? Okay? So, happy Sunday. I'm here. I'm fucking queer. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to be ragey. I'm ready to do things. I'm ready to get other people mobilizing. Like, come the fuck on. Like, it's time to get it going. Okay? So, I hope this was a good enough Sunday service for you. I will see you in a week. Bye.